What's going on, guys? It's Michael here again with another video today. I know it's been a long time since I've made videos, but today I wanted to just talk about um, a little bit in the beginning about what I'm trying to go forward with in terms of this channel. I renamed it to the Modern Mindset. The reason being is that I feel like a lot of the things that I want to talk about or do talk about revolve around outlooks, still pertaining to, pursuing your goals and things like that, or building discipline. I did notice that a lot of the things I do like more is the side of it that's more mental versus, I guess you could say, physical. I don't know. Even though I still want to incorporate different aspects to this channel, such as, workout videos, things like that. Not in the sense of teaching you how to, just lift some weights, but overall, just showing my lifestyle, showing who I am. But the main thing for me is that kind of getting down the mental aspect for you guys and just how important it is to focus on that. Today, I wanted to focus more on the aspect of not taking things personally. I think that people, even myself in the past, I've been kind of guilty of it. Kind of realizing that a big part or a big portion of how you kind of progress in your own life is sometimes contingent on how others behave with you. And one thing I've noticed over time is that you kind of have to get rid of this aspect of yourself, because if you're constantly sitting there and reflecting to every little thing, the way people behave with you start to, at least without the kind of background knowledge, you start to think that sometimes when people are behaving negatively or maybe not in the way that you'd like, despite the fact how you feel, it's personal. It's a reason because of you. It's because of you. It's something you've done. But the real truth is, honestly, is that most of the time you're going to be going around and you're going to be interacting with people who simply just don't feel well about themselves, and they're going to kind of project that on you. And especially if you feel really good, that's the big thing. If you're feeling really good about yourself, you're feeling really good about your current life or whatever it is, people can pick up on that. And a lot of the time, some people like to shut it down, unfortunately. So you should never really take things personally. You know, you should always say that, most likely if someone's behaving a certain way with me, happy or mad, it honestly might not be because of me. It just might be because of them. And that's just something that you need to kind of accept. And at the same time, you have to kind of start internalizing your own mood, And what do I mean by that? I mean that you need to start creating your own mood, kind of making yourself feel better, even if, let's say, you don't feel as well, finding ways or trying to really build like an iron mindset in terms of being able to control the way you feel. You have to internalize your own feeling. You have to internalize your own outlook of how you feel on certain days, um, and not really let other people shape that part of you. I think that, at least from my own anecdotal experience, you kind of walk around in life, and sometimes you could be in a really good mood, sometimes you could be in a really bad mood. Um, but especially when you're in those good moods, you come across some people that can kind of try to take that away from you. And I think one of the most powerful tools is being able to, elate your own mood, being able to make yourself feel good, make yourself feel happy despite your current circumstances. And when you achieve that level, when you achieve that point, you're definitely going to come across some people that might, realize that and not be so happy about that. And from my own lack of experience before, I remember I used to get upset at the reason that's the reason why some people were treating me differently or treating me with disrespect, even though I was, pretty much in a really good mood. I was really happy. I was polite. And one thing I've come down to realize is that, at least in, modern times, with, like I'm saying, modern mindset, is that you have to develop this mindset now that a lot of people are just reflections of their own selves, in terms of the reflections of their own life experiences, their life circumstances. And when you kind of realize that everyone has like their own little story like you do, you start to stop. You stop taking things personally. And I think that's the biggest part of the message today in this video is stop taking things personally. If you're feeling good and you're in a good mood and someone comes down to you and someone just behaves disrespectful with you, They're maybe, I don't know, they throw a mean comment at how, happy you are, how giddy you are. I don't know, is that the right word, giddy? Um, not try to, just ignore it. At the end of the day, like I said, people are going to reflect their own internal feelings onto you. So don't take anything personally. Nothing really in life is personal. Uh, the only thing that you should really be worrying about is how well can you control your own mood? How well, despite, whatever problems you have, how much can you keep an optimistic mindset? How much can you keep a glass half full mindset? And how much you can push through those difficult times and still maintain happiness, still maintain a positive attitude, because that at the end of the day is what's going to take you and launch you towards your own goals. Just simply being happy despite your current circumstances. It's a very powerful tool. I highly suggest you guys try it out. I know it sounds like a product or something, but genuinely, next time you are going through something difficult and you see and you're trying your best to maintain, that happy mood, that happiness, and you come across some people that might not be so happy about that themselves, just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just face it and try to be your own best supporter, because at the end of the day, you are your number one fan and you are your number one support system. So anyways, guys, that's it for the video. I got to go to work right now. I'm going to really try to keep making these videos for you guys. I really want to make these about the mindset, modern mindset, like I said, for this channel. And I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one.